Guys, I figured I would do the funny Operation Shadow Legacy thingy, I guess, because it's the new season, right? I've seen all the stuff, right? I've looked at the videos, I've seen everything, yeah. Lots of different people have made videos. Basically, from my understanding, now I've personally not played the TS, right? Test server. I don't typically because it's meant to test, and testing typically equals bugs, etc. And I understand that's for the development of it and for feedback, but I know majority of the stuff that I believe I need to know, I should say, right? So dude, we have the funny Splinter Cell man, Sam. His gadget seems nutty, very interesting, very unique, to be honest. MP7 on attack. Does it get ACOG, man? Does it get ACOG? That's what really matters, right? Especially for someone like me who's been enjoying a lot of Bandit recently. That would be nice. Now I hear his AR is actually really like really nuts, right? He has frags as well. So you can ping people through walls and then frags. Speaking of which, I won't get super invested in the Ping 2.0 system, as I'm personally not fond of it for many reasons. One of them being the specific intel that you get seems to be far too rewarding for poorly. How should I word it? So it's very rewarding for people who don't have the ability to play the game with like proper communications or something along the lines of that, right? And I understand that's kind of the intention, but like the fact that you can like ping people and that kind of stuff shows up to me seems a bit weird. Like it's a lot different when the 2.0 system tells you who they are, etc. Like I don't like that entire idea of it, particularly for drones, I should say, right? Like being able to get. I understand that even Zero himself has a gadget that has really, really intel heavy purpose, right? But I feel like it's maybe a little too much intel, right? And I know that kind of seems flawed in a game where intel is everything, right? However, that is just the opinion I am of, and like I said, I haven't actually tested it in game. I've seen videos of it, etc. So I have a basic understanding. So when I actually do play, I will understand more, and then I'll be able to articulate my thought process on it better, I suppose. Uh, Gillette rework. I've seen some of it. Looks super big, to be honest. Super big. I like it. Numbers. Okay. The no ban system now. I've never really been one of for ranked. I occasionally hop on. Used to back in the day when I played a lot. Since getting back into Siege, I haven't. But I don't see how this can go wrong because it's well, it's like pro league, I suppose, right? That ideology that comes over. I like it. I love this as someone who uses an auto clipper because I'm not much for sitting down and playing the game with recording intentions. Being able to like see that now, this does say test server only, so I'm not sure if that's coming over. I uh I imagine that they're testing it now, and then they're going to work on it like this says for a down the line, which is interesting. The hard breach charge also very interesting. No longer having to bring, say, a thermite or a Habana every time would be nice. However, I kind of feel like it may also make the abilities of said hard breachers very less leaned on, I suppose. Now, I mean, I understand that this is a small breach. It will never replace the ability that Thermite can have. However, the point still stands that it's like, I feel like there should still be like more incentive to pick a hard breach, a dedicated hard breach, right? But regardless of that, it's very interesting to see it. But in coin with this, there is the hatch change. Now, from what I read, people said it wasn't going live, but then some people said it was going live. Regardless of however it happens, the idea that the hatches will be automatically reinforced, I hate that, to be honest, because I understand. Oh well, you have the new hard breach, right? That counters that change, right? But I still don't like it. I don't see why, right? Because, and I understand the argument. Oh well, you only have 10 reinforcements. If you have to allocate 2 for hatches, it's really hard to reinforce specific walls, right? But like, take Cafe for instance, right? You've never had to reinforce those hatches, right? But if you get the upstairs objective now they're automatically reinforced. That means now you kind of have to bring this new hard breach charge or a hard break or a hard breacher in general for it. So that to me just doesn't make, I don't like it personally. Scope changes. Cool. I've always wanted new sights. Like the scope 2 times, they seem a bit bulky compared to what we have now with all these, I've seen the videos, like you actually see this stuff on it. I personally am not fond of it. ACOG being nerfed from, what is it, 3 times to 1.5 or 2.5? I'm not sure what the specifics were. New scopes in general, though, are really interesting to have. I like that. The reinforcement pool as well goes in coin with the hatch change. I like that, especially when especially if you're playing somebody like Capcan, for instance, where you have to spend most of your time setting up traps. This allows you to do that. Now there is also the idea of it is also kind of a downside to me because people could abuse it to deliberately throw for your team. Now, not that I'm saying that'll happen all the time. However, it's not really out of the realm of possibility, especially with the Siege community being what it is occasionally. So I can't wait to see that happen. Thatcher changes now. I heard that there was a change. Okay, so it disables them temporarily. Does that apply for like bandit charges? I'm not positive. I would imagine so, to encourage the use of a Twitch, Kelly, any other, even the new Sam Fisher to destroy it. I can understand that, but still, regardless of that, I'll have to see how it feels in game because in theory you should still be able to prevent like anybody from like you should still have time to breach, I should say, with like say a Thermite or a Hibana, right? Depending on how long it lasts, I'm not positive. Squad Finder, so it's like an LFG. Okay, that's interesting. I don't really think there's much need to talk about it. Siege, we've already had R6 stats, but that's interesting that they're actually encouraging that now. A decrease in operators, that means that we'll be able to see, especially new players with more operators, especially with the free weekends that is current, or not weekend, free week that is currently going on. That's cool. And then, yeah, the hard breach changes. Oh man, it'll be fun to play Amaru, I can tell you that much. 6. Okay. These are just the current changes that are gonna hit. This is true. However, in some situations, I would still argue that having a VTK system matters, but regardless of that, with the friendly fire status, anybody who is intentionally being toxic can't really be toxic for more than one round unless they're reinforcing rotates, etc. But even then, to be honest, it's quick match, so I really don't know what else to tell you. ADS sensitivity changing. Yeah, I like these. I like the fact that we're gonna be able to go in depth with our reticles and stuff, which is something. The real question is, server changes. Are the servers better? All right. Well, yeah. The season's gonna be interesting. I can say that for certain. Uh, Honestly, it looks like they're trying to force a meta change with some of the changes. The hard breaching addition, the hatch change, Thatcher nerf, etc. It seems like they're trying to go for something here. What for exactly? I'm not positive yet. However, I look forward to it because, as a lot of people have said, a meta change has been needed. Now, as I'm coming back into Siege after nearly a 8-month break, it is a lot different for me because I kind of have a refresh. There's been changes since I left, which is cool. Uh, Now overall, I'd say really interesting. Like I said at the beginning, Ping 2.0, we'll have to see. Like I said, I'm not fond of the concept. I've seen it used. I can see how it could be really unfair. But we'll see. We'll see. Or well, I suppose I should say I'll see. Anyways, that's gonna be it from me because that is just what my opinion is, I guess. So yeah.